Welcome to Li-Ion's Fire F-500 Encapasulator Agent Extinguisher range, suitable for use on lithium-ion battery fires. In this short video, you will learn how the F-500 Encapasulator agent works and why it is a sensible choice for protection against lithium-ion battery fires, big and small. Lithium-ion batteries are a fundamental feature in countless appliances, power tools, vehicles, computers, machinery, aircraft, and so much more, in an endless array of industries globally. They are revered for their high energy density, longevity, ability to be recharged many times, overall safety, and sustainability. With the enormous number of lithium-ion batteries out there, their fire risk needs to be considered and is arguably growing. A lithium-ion battery fire can start without notice or warning, and typical causes include damage to the battery, a short circuit within the battery, overcharge, or heat abuse. The battery just gets too hot in its environment. Often, when these fires start, they are fierce, abrupt, and extremely hard to extinguish with current extinguishing agents on the Australian market. Utilising proven technology tested around the world, Li-Ion's Fire F-500EA extinguishers work in three main ways to effectively and quickly extinguish a lithium-ion battery fire. But first, it is important to understand what the encapsulator agent does to the water molecules within each Li-Ion fire extinguisher. Encapsulator technology, the next generation of fire and hazard technology. First, we start with a simplified version of a single encapsulator agent molecule, consisting of a hydrophilic polar head which loves water, dissolves in water, and a hydrophobic non-polar tail which fears water and will do anything to get away from water. Once the EA molecules enter the water, they instantaneously and automatically orient with the non-polar tails inward and the polar heads outward, which is their preference, forming millions of spherical millicells. Millicells travel and exit the nozzle, forming F-500EA droplets. After an F-500EA droplet is formed, the spherical millicells nearest to the surface of the droplet automatically break apart, and the F-500EA molecule non-polar tails stick out of the droplet, pulling the polar heads to the surface of the droplet, thus forming a protective F-500EA skin on each droplet. So instead of making bubbles, the F-500EA is chemically changing in the makeup of a water droplet. And by doing this, we deliberately change the way it is able to cool and extinguish fire. The non-polar tails on the surface of the EA droplet, the ones that hate water, rapidly absorb heat and drive it inside to where the spherical millicells and water are. In this process, the heat is slowly absorbed into the water that surrounds each millicell, and doing so does not create steam. From here on in, the F-500EA droplets are going to invade the lithium-ion battery fire, for example, and work in the following ways to ensure the fire is put out. 1. The F-500EA encapsulates the flammable electrolytes within the lithium-ion battery, rendering them non-flammable. This drastically mitigates reignition of the electrolyte, which is a common and dangerous feature of a lithium-ion battery fire. 2. We have learned each F-500EA water droplet is now able to absorb heat a lot more efficiently, up to 6 to 10 times more than regular water in fact, whilst not producing steam. So, with its second to none ability to absorb heat, it is able to rapidly cool the fire and stop thermal runaway in its tracks. Thermal runaway describes a process that is accelerated by increased temperature, in turn releasing energy that further increases the temperature. In the case of a lithium-ion battery fire, one cell within the battery, and some batteries have hundreds, passes heat onto the next, thus causing more fire or thermal runaway. Here you can see how thermal runaway affected over half of the cells within this battery. F-500EA was used to extinguish this fire and no reignition occurred. In fact, all reports state that when F-500EA is used, there are no cases of reignition. A testimony to its innate ability to rapidly cool and control a lithium-ion battery fire. 3. When a lithium-ion battery fire occurs, not only is the intense heat and uncontrollable fire incredibly hazardous for people or animals nearby, so is the toxic gases that are emitted from it, including hydrogen fluoride, a poisonous and deadly gas, or more commonly known as hydrofluoric acid when dissolved in water. The smoke or gas emitted from these fires can be more hazardous than the heat of the fire itself, which is why lithium-ion battery fires must be dealt with swiftly. In summary, F-500EA is incredibly effective on cooling, controlling, and extinguishing lithium-ion battery fires, whilst mitigating the byproduct of poisonous gases. F-500EA is also 100% fluorine-free, non-corrosive, 100% biodegradable, multi-purpose, effective on Class A, B and F fires as well, and a combustible flammable vapor liquid spill control agent. When compared to other agent types, none perform quite like the F-500EA, and that is why we are proud to offer you the opportunity to cover yourself against lithium-ion battery fires. Are you prepared for lithium-ion battery fires?